The preparatory battle between the status quo of the zonals and the up-and-coming reformers in so-called ISKCON, also called the Guru Reform Movement, transpired from late 1984 throughout 1985. A key event took place in late 1985, when it was revealed to the devotees at large that Bhavananda had some kind of sexual affair, which he confessed to with a young boy. This gave the reformers added ammunition and even more determination. Gurus simply cannot be implicated in that. In 1986, the determination increased exponentially, as Bhavananda's status as initiating spiritual master had been suspended by the GBC. His fanatical disciples, however, in Australia, were greatly displeased by this punishment. They were materially productive and loose like him when it came to enjoying sensual opportunities they could easily create for themselves in the cult atmosphere which they controlled. They threatened to crater the whole Australia yatra if Bhavananda was not reinstated at the 1986 Mayapur conclave. They had the power to crater it, and the vitiated GBC capitulated. It reinstated Bhavananda as diksha-guru after only a 6-month suspension. This was seen, and rightfully so, as an outrage by the Guru Reform Movement, which consisted mostly of American temple presidents. The scuttlebutt was that it was a razor-thin vote. Apparently he made it by only one. Except for the Australian leaders, almost all of the other presidents were deeply disturbed by this vitiated capitulation. Of course, so-called ISKCON had already replaced and killed the real movement by that time. However, those still operating in the cult refused to recognize that, except now it was dawning on them, by force, just what was going down. The reinstatement was mind-boggling corruption. As could only have been expected, the vitiated GBC, representing status quo, rejected Ravindra's latest position paper entitled "Under My Order, Reflections of the Guru in ISKCON." This was, of course, the treatise that bucked up against Kirtanananda's "On My Order" in the confrontation at Moundsville of 1985. However, due to Bhavananda's reinstatement, there was now momentum for some kind of compromise, but not all of the second echelon in the reform movement favored compromise. More on that next time. Hare Krishna.